Believe me, I've got better things to do with my time than sift through thousands of pages of information to get to the bottom of what happened here in Argyle with aquaculture expansion. I didn't want to do this, but I've spent countless hours analyzing documents and emails to corroborate and triangulate what happened here. And I'm not here to hold anybody accountable, but I'm here to summarize what I found in a quick brief and offer you a simple solution, which I thought was a simple solution based on what Councillor Madden had tabled here as a motion that nobody seconded. So as a status, we've heard what's going on with ADA today. Applications have been received and are being reviewed. Awards for the first 6 locations are imminent. But recent FOIPOP requests that myself and many constituents here in Argyle have initiated have exposed an inherent bias against the public, favoritism and preferred treatment for select oyster farmers, and industry lobbying groups, and numerous conflicts of interest involving MOTA staff and councillors. Council admitted that public consultation was not properly performed at the June 2024 council session. Minister Kent Smith, last August, agreed to perform new public consultations on the 47 remaining locations, but that seems to have changed now. Now they're not going to do them, it seems, on anything, and it's just going to be a final 30-day feedback session from what it sounds like. So, due to the many apparent conflicts of interest, a growing number of Argyle constituents are asking council, or did ask council, to send DFA a letter admitting errors were made, seeking a redo on public consultations for all 53 locations, not just 47, not just some of them. It's got to be all or nothing to make this fair. This is not a request to stop the ADA program. This is only a request to ensure public consultations are performed on all 53 locations. So these are just some of the issues. And I've sent you packages over the last several weeks, and you know what I'm talking about, right? We've sent several emails, and the analysis that comes from myself, many people in this room, and what we've seen in those emails. But there's email evidence that shows that MOTA staff, this is our view, this is our perception, and feel free to debate this or defend against it, but it shows that MOTA staff provided Dion's Oyster Company privileged and special access to the ADA program, including insider knowledge, data, and key information as it developed, which gave Dion's an advantage over us, over any public concerns or other applicants in our view, with undue influence over the ADA map location and the ability to facilitate themselves as the sole bidder. You guys know what that's called? It's called bid rigging. Dion's was included on a decision committee in full bias over the public who have still not been consulted on the Salt Bay location or any ADA location on the map. Evidence confirms that Nolan Dion's the ex-president of the Aquaculture Association of Nova Scotia. Colton Dion's on the board of directors. Charlene Dion, who worked here as an ADA development officer, is on their board of directors. So in our view, this violates Section 14 in your Code of Conduct for the municipal elected officials made under Section 20 of the Municipal Government Act around fairness. There's just really some inherent bias that's been taking place here that we're not happy about. So emails show that the Dion's were included on an ADA stakeholder committee at inception. We haven't been consulted, right? No one in the public has been fairly consulted to provide feedback on these locations in terms of where they're going to go. Remember, the public is listed as a stakeholder in the MOU between DFA and MOTA. No one from the public was invited to be on the stakeholder committee despite prompts from several residents. Do you know who one of them was? It was me. I asked 2 years ago, and I was promised that I would be part of this and consulted. I was not. I was ignored. I'm not happy. A lot of people aren't happy. Council admitted a failure in performing adequate public consultation for ADA at their June 2024 session last year. I was here. Emails show that Dion's had special access and insider knowledge and data to influence MOTA and DFA via fellow industry colleague and partner Charlene LeBlanc as she acted in the role of a development officer for the ADA program. She's now an aquaculture farmer and on the Aquaculture Association of Nova Scotia Board of Directors with Colton Dion. These emails show she was in conflict representing industry and government at the same time. She offered Dion's an advantage over others with privileged access, shared data, and facilitated their desired locations to Nova Scotia DFA, and then tested the water in full confirmation bias to support their desired location, all in full conflict. It's blatant and it's egregious. The Dion's are now applying for the very same location. This is a conflict of interest. I shouldn't have to tell you guys this. No modern tendering framework allows for a bidder to influence a desired location target and then seek to be awarded the same location. This is called bid rigging or bid fixing and disqualifies the applicant. In Canada, bid rigging is a criminal offense under the Competition Act, specifically Section 47, which carries penalties of fines and imprisonment up to 14 years. Emails show a comfortable relationship between the Dions and Charlene LeBlanc as she facilitated all their requests through MODA and Nova Scotia DFA to position Salt Bay as a desired ADA location Dions would later apply for. I'm not making this up. If you read it, it's in those emails, it's in those packages.